that we are going to make America great again by voting Donald Trump. Period.
So yes, as you can see, we're going to take a deep dive into Black conservatives, MAGA conservatives specifically, because it's nothing wrong with being a conservative. I know a lot of people that are conservative. I have an issue with MAGA conservatives, and in particular, MAGA Black Trump supporters. It's crazy. It's this thing that has spread all over TikTok. I don't know if you noticed. So we're going to look at some of these videos and we're going to see what they all have in common. Let's go ahead and start, y'all.
It has been incredibly hard. So my husband and myself became a conservative back in 2020, and the quick little story behind it basically was that we prayed about it. We really felt in our spirit that the Lord would have us vote for Donald Trump, and at the time we had been convicted about not voting in previous years, and just feeling like, as Christians it is our job to speak with our vote, and if there is a president that is pro-Bible, pro-life, lines up with biblical truth and stands for those things, then I will automatically be voting for that person. And to say that I got so much backlash from family members, from friends, people unfollowing me, unfriending me on Facebook, it was crazy. All because I decided to cast my vote for something that I truly believe that I was called by God to do. And not only that, but I just could not wrap my head around the fact that people were seriously unfriending me on social media over my vote. I was just like, how is that the love of Christ? How is that showing up as love? How is that being family or friends? There's people that I grew up with in church that to this day will not speak to me because I voted for Donald Trump. And yes, I did make a post where I said I voted for Donald Trump, and if you don't like it, I'm sorry. It should not make a difference. I have never unfriended someone because they support Joe Biden. I have never unfriended someone because they're not pro-life. I have never unfriended someone because they're not Christian or whatever. Because at the end of the day, what you choose to support and what you choose to be a part of, that is between you and God. But if my content can bless and change the mindset of somebody else, then that's fantastic. I'm going to stay in my lane and I'm going to intercede for you and I'm going to pray for you, but I'm not going to unfriend you. You would have to do something really, really wild or crazy or call me out my name or something, or post something that is super demonic or something like that in order for me to unfriend you. So I just really couldn't wrap my head around it. And to be told all my life that because I'm Black, I'm a Democrat, and then to find out for myself once I got married and started viewing the world from a different perspective and really getting into my Bible, it shook me. And it was like a radical change within me and within my husband. And I will never go back. I will not apologize. I will not bow down, and I will not hide. This is who I am. This is who I was created to be. And I believe that I am alive for such a time as this, to be a voice for the voiceless, to be a voice for babies, to be a voice for moms, to be a voice for Black women who feel like, hey, I think there's a better way. I think that we have been brainwashed and manipulated into believing that certain things are the way that they are, and that's just it. And there's nothing more, and this is what this is. No, go read your Bible, pray about it, and allow the Holy Spirit to speak to you. That's all I'm going to say. And then let me know what he says once you do that.
So this had a lot of stuff in it. First of all, how are you going to say, I'm voting for Trump, do whatever you're going to do? Of course they're going to unfollow you. You literally said, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. You do what you want to do. I'm not supporting your vote for Trump, so I'm going to unfollow you. MAGA Republicans are so crazy. They're like, I just because I voted for this doesn't mean I shouldn't like you. It's not like I'm taking something away from you. Trump literally took away abortion rights for women. It set women back 50 years. Are you serious? And then you go on about, well, I read the Bible and the Bible told me to vote for the person that is more godlike or who follows the Bible. Did we not, does she not know that Trump is an adulterer? Does she not know he literally cheated on his wife while she was pregnant? And then to say that you're just wanting to be an advocate for women, for Black women, for babies. Amber Thurman, literally prime example. Prime example. She literally was underneath a Trump abortion ban, which, mind you, a lot of Black people live in southern states that also happen to have Trump abortion bans. So a Black woman, check, underneath a Trump abortion ban, the person you supported, you voted for, who died, and now her son is left motherless. That does not sound like you're advocating for babies. That does not sound like you're advocating for women. You're sure as hell not advocating for Black women. Come on now. And like, I wonder what Bible they're reading. Like, I'm a Christian too. I will admit, I was raised Jehovah's Witness growing up. But even my understanding of the Bible doesn't go that extreme that, okay, well, I'm going to vote for the person that I feel like is more godly. Like, I thought the Bible warned to look out for false prophets. And y'all literally fell for it. You literally fell for it. But I digress, y'all. Let's go ahead and look at the next MAGA black Republican. Because, mind you, you see, she was a Democrat up until Trump 2020. She wanted to vote for Trump specifically. So she doesn't really have conservative values. She just somehow started drinking the juice. And she became a Trumpublican. That's what I'm calling him. A MAGA Republican specifically for Trump. It freaks me out. It freaks me out. Like I tell you, I have no problem with conservatives. Some of my best friends are conservatives. But they know the difference between being conservative and being a MAGA Republican, which some people just don't know. But let's go ahead and move on to the next one.
I don't know about you, but watching the Republican National Convention thus far has me so excited to be under Republican leadership again. It's really time for us to take our country back and prioritize the things that are important, like the country, like patriotism. I don't know how anybody can watch the Republican National Convention and have anything negative to say. I've still been seeing it, but those are people who have already decided to say something. They're not actually listening. They've already decided that it is something negative, but I don't know how you can watch it and not be excited for what's going to happen in America under Republican leadership, because we haven't had housing prices where we desire them, the economy where we desire them, since we were under Republican leadership. Let's get that back.
So here's somebody who has drunk the red Kool-Aid, and I don't mean tropical punch. Everybody loves a good tropical punch. Everybody loves a good cherry Kool-Aid, you know. But she went and drunk the MAGA Kool-Aid, the Trump Kool-Aid, because this is the convention she thought was just amazing. Tell me, did that not look a little demonic to you? Like, excuse me, like, she is saying that Trump, I got another clip of her, like, we're gonna look at that just up in a second, but she's talking about she's never felt so excited for housing prices to come down, something that Bush allowed to happen with the housing crash in 2008. Trump came into office 2016, redone some regulations that now allow for all of Wall Street firms to be able to buy up single family homes, something they couldn't do as easily prior. And now they can set rents at absurd prices. She's proud of that president wants to come back in office and help with the housing crisis. Yes. Okay, and then it's just, I'm not going to make fun of nobody, but what is up with all of the MAGA Republicans? Why they all got like I ain't trying to be rude, but what do they call it when they talk about the person that has like the white, when you know a black woman who's dating a white man? I don't think this is true, but they say they had the black woman wig that is looking to get a white man. Like, why do all of them have that wig hair? But I'm not going to go there. Let's go ahead and go to the next video I have saved by her.
Let's take a look at Kamala's plan for inflation and for the economy.
What else are you going to do to fix this problem? Thank you. Well, let's start with this. Prices have gone up, and families and individuals are dealing with the realities of that bread costs more, that gas costs more.
Girl, you just said a whole lot of nothing. We don't need a lesson on inflation and how tight things are. We don't. What? And then when you did talk about the Build Back Better plan, it's not an answer to what was that. Like, no, we didn't ask you about that. This is what I'm talking about when I say this woman is running on that. Like, this is the definition of running on race and gender politics. Like, you don't have a solid policy plan to get Americans out of what the issue is right now, which is what I mean by, if you've done a horrible job as a VP, your job as border czar, you have failed horribly at, no matter how much the press tries to rerun that thing back like it never was said. If you failed horribly at that, you are going to fail horribly at running. You couldn't do one job in the country. You couldn't secure the borders. You are going to fail. You don't, just say you don't have a plan. Just say, you know what, we are working on a plan for that. I would rather you say that, because you would look less unprepared. You would look more qualified if you just were. It's okay not to have the answers, because we know you don't. And it's interesting because it's like this running joke of like, she sounds not smart. Well, I don't want to say that. I actually think that she does it on purpose. She's a politician. She's the exact opposite of what Trump is when it comes to being a politician. She's a career politician. She talks in circles. She talks in Buddhist speak. She talks in, let's meditate, and that's fine. I'm here for meditation and visualization, but not when it comes to running the country and having conversations about our economy and national security and safety of our citizens. We are not, that's not the time. And what she has done, she has this magic of being able to say a whole lot of nothing. You want to vote for? This is who you're like, women for Harris? Really? This is who you are like going from social media page to social media page of all the conservative creators, and you are bullying for that?
So I want to go ahead and pause that, because as you saw, she was saying a bunch of bullshit. Essentially, she posted this around 7:30. This is right when Kamala Harris took over. Kamala Harris, see, she got me saying the name wrong. Disrespectful. But this is when Kamala Harris took over for Biden. Biden literally dropped out the race. Literally like maybe a week prior to this. Probably not even that, being honest. So, one, she took a word salad clip made by Fox News and posted it up. Second, even if this was an accurate clip from Kamala Harris. God, I really hate when I watch it because it messes up my pronunciation. But even if this was an accurate clip from Kamala Harris, one, a clip of her talking about what she would do for the economy under her own plans, which if you want, you can see it at kamalaharris.com/issues. If you scroll down, you will see all the issues that she has done. She has a plan for Puerto Rico economy. She has a plan for black men. She has a plan just in general, everything she wants to get done. And guess what? Unlike Trump's plans that he keeps trying to hide from y'all, Project 2025, but this is a woman who saw that it was profitable, as you will see from her TikTok page. It's profitable for her to talk about Kamala Harris and talk about her in a bad night. One, because she's a black woman, she's saying this, so it allows for other white people to be like, well, this black person said it, so why can't I say it? If you look at her comments, it's mainly white people that are jocking her, saying these terribly messed up racist, would be considered racist if a white person was saying this kind of things. And they want to keep saying he's not taking rights. He literally put on 3 Supreme Court justices that took away abortion rights. They specifically had papers they've written prior about their want and their need to take away abortion rights. He had a hand in selecting these people that the Heritage Foundation have been wanting to put on this court for years. But he's not taking away rights. See, this is what I'm talking about. Republicans, especially black Republicans, not when I say Republicans, y'all know that I mean MAGA Trump supporter black people. They are literally betraying their own race for clicks and views, which is fine if you want to do that, but at least do it in a way that makes sense. At least use clips that make sense. I mean, I could just take a random clip, piece it up together to make Donald Trump look like he's doing something he's not supposed to be doing. But here is a full-fledged clip of Donald Trump pretending to give fellatio to a mic at his rally. Yes, see, I don't have to pretend and get these clips from here and there and mix and match them up. He's doing these nasty things. He's doing these things. And you go and get a word salad clip that was made word salad specifically by Fox News to try and get your point across. Sad times, y'all. But let's go ahead into the next conservative on this list. You know, black Republicans, that Democratic plantation, get off of that. Get off of that. My bad. This is not a black conservative. Ironically, even though they're wearing the Black for Trump shirt, this is actually a conservative. This was actually taken at a conservative conference of mainly white people. So anybody who's telling you, well, you know, black people that are switching over to Donald Trump, that's not true. However, there is truth based on these videos I'm showing you on TikTok that some black people have found it to be extremely profitable to be MAGA supporting Republicans, because they're so few and rare and in between. They're like dinosaurs.
You're a young black man being raised by a single mother or in a house where there is nothing but women and no men are around. You need to do yourself a favor. You need to remove yourself from that situation as quickly as possible. You need to go into the military. You need to go into the Job Corps. You need to do anything that you can to put yourself around men. And I will tell you why. There's a lot of these black men that were raised by single black mothers and were raised with a lot of women in the household. And they're running around here emotionally incontinent, hyper emotional, very feminine, a super lack of discipline, all of these traits that are just not manly traits. And this is something that is doubly happening in the black community.
So proud to be from this city. You know, they say if Kamala wins, then the whole country will be like Detroit.
Wait a minute, I don't want the whole country to be like Detroit. I don't want the whole country to be dirty like Detroit. I don't want the whole country to be overrun with homeless like Detroit. I don't want the whole country to be dangerous like Detroit. I don't want the whole country to be flooded with failing schools like Detroit. You know, Lizzo told on herself here because what she really said is that Kamala Harris wants to make the entire country Detroit. And I gotta tell you, when you put these people in charge, and if you put Kamala Harris in charge, literally this entire country will start looking like Detroit. It will be dirty like Detroit. It will be dangerous like Detroit. It will be a place that nobody wants to live in, much like Detroit. These people tell on themselves from time to time. From time to time, they have a little slip.
This is not what it means. And I will put in a clip from Trump so you can understand exactly what he's trying to get at.
Talking about today is high on her list. The whole country is going to be like, you want to know the truth? It'll be like Detroit. Our whole country will end up being like Detroit if she's your president. You're going to have a mess on your hands.
You can see, one, this is the fact that many people probably know, probably don't know. Detroit has almost, I believe it's like 70% of it is an African-American community. Detroit, yes, it had a lot of manufacturers leave because, you know, it was a car city. Now they actually have a lot of manufacturers coming back in. Detroit has been building itself back up. It really truly has. What they've been able to do in this amount of time, things that have been left and have come back, and like the new companies that are coming in this area is amazing. The amount of wealth that these black people are starting to invest in these communities, Detroit specifically, given that it's 70% African Americans, black people that live there, it is astonishing and it's crazy. But he, being a black MAGA Trump supporter, he's allowing for people to say Detroit is dirty. Why? Is it because black people live there? Detroit has bad schools, education, it's homeless, high homeless. Why? Is it because black people live there? Like, they keep forgetting that Donald Trump kept saying that he was going to keep car manufacturers back into this area. He never did it. If anything, more businesses still left during Trump's administration. It wasn't until the Biden administration that they finally started getting manufacturers back into areas like Detroit and Dayton, where they left and they were left desolate. And now they have revitalization. And Detroit specifically have been doing this even before the Biden-Harris bill that put chips in science. I believe it was chips in science, as that brought more businesses back into these desolated areas. But this is just what MAGA Republicans do. They talk trash about their own community for the benefit of having somebody watch their clip and be like, oh, well, I follow you. Mind you, if you look at his comments, majority white people that are saying derogatory terms, and you know what he's doing? He's laughing in the comments. You know what he's doing? He's saying, it's fine, say these things, not knowing that they're also including you in this. Yes. But it's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. They will literally sell out their own community for a couple dollars. Well, not a couple dollars, because guess what? They get huge followings on these pages. When you're a black MAGA Republican, you can make money off of this. Because, like I said, you're a unicorn. You're a dinosaur. Very rare. But if you're there, you can say these things. White people who are MAGA feel fine also saying these things as well. But let's keep on going and see who else is having an identity crisis.
I'm going to just put this right here, and I'll let you figure out what you think about it. A lot of people are looking at Donald Trump and they're judging him and saying that how can Christians be so deceived? Why do they think that he's a savior? Why are they putting their faith in him? He's obviously the deceiver. Give us a little more credit than that. We know that Trump is not Jesus. We know that Trump can't save the world. However, we also know that God is using him to expose the enemy. So we are praying for him and we are pushing for him because he's the one that God is using. So more power to Trump. But we know that Jesus is in control. We know who God is and we know who our God is. But let me put this in your mind real quick. Who just hopped on the scene today to save the Democratic side in the last leg of this race? Which one has the charisma and the words and the fame? It's right in your face. Here to save the day. Everybody's going to love him because he's the one that's going to save the world from Donald Trump.
I really don't understand what church they're going to, but I'm glad I'm not going there. And second, Donald Trump is literally like, who's the person that has all the fame and the name and the notoriety? That is literally Donald Trump's shtick. Everybody knows Donald Trump's name because he puts his name in big gaudy letters across all of his buildings. Everything is literally Trump this, Trump that, Trump this. I mean, he even has a Trump watch, Trump coin, Trump tower, Trump golf course. Like, his name is literally in front of everything he has. It's crazy. Like, it's like they have some kind of blinders on when it comes to him. I truly don't get it. But let's keep on going, y'all. Let's keep on going on this rabbit hole because I find it funny. I don't know about y'all. Y'all put it in the comments. Are y'all enjoying this? Because I can do a part 2. Especially with the election being over soon. To see all the MAGA. I think I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do all the MAGA tiers. Because we all know that Kamala Harris is going to win. But I will have the time of my life looking at all the MAGA tiers. Because I'm pretty sure all these creators are going to be having MAGA tiers. Because it's going to be a blue wave. Unlike ever seen before. But let's go ahead and go to the next video.
Black women have been the biggest pawn of white supremacy for the past 60 to 70 years. It's a reason that Joe Biden chose that unqualified POS to be vice president. It's a reason why he chose so many black women to rule on the Supreme Court. You want to know why? Because they're using the same system that they used during the Willie Lynch era. Emasculate the black man, make the black woman independent, and they already know the black woman gonna do whatever the hell they say as long as they use scare tactics in order to influence them. It's a reason that Joe Biden wanted to run again, although he already knew that he did a terrible damn job. He knew that his brain couldn't function properly, but why did he stay in the race? Because he knew his ass was going to either die in office or he was going to resign and make a black woman the president, a so-called black woman, because she's not even black. She's Asian, Indian, she's every goddamn thing when it's convenient for her. And we already knew the play, the tactics they were going to use. Oh, they're going to take away abortion. They're going to take away student loan forgiveness. It's the Republicans' fault, blah, 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 blah. Nobody want to hear that shit. This is what black women need to understand. The Democratic Party ain't gonna save your ass. Why would your oppressor save you? The Republican Party ain't gonna save your ass. Why would your oppressor save you? The only one that's gonna save your ass is us. When we come together under the mediator, Hamashiach Yahawashah, Jesus Christ, and God. That's the moral standard. That's the law. Keeping the law. Whatever the law says, follow it. Because whatever you thinking don't goddamn work. If it worked, we wouldn't be in the predicament that we're in. We wouldn't be at the bottom of society. Our kids wouldn't be destroying the neighborhood, shooting up the block. Now they shooting y'all ass up because y'all thought it was a game. They were used to be women and children were not included in the BS and the nonsense. But now they're killing you to get back at men. And y'all satisfied with that? Y'all okay with that? And it's so crazy because a lot of black men wouldn't even be going to vote for Trump this election. But you want to know the main reason why I think black men are voting for Trump? Because y'all talk too goddamn much. Y'all think y'all run us. No, we run you. We created you. You came from our rib. You came from our sack before you got into your mother's womb. Remember that. When you get behind black men and learn to shut your damn mouth, then you will see progress. Until then, you're going to be heartbroken.
He summed it up perfectly. Why MAGA Republicans are like, what the fuck are you talking about? This dude literally said that the reason why black men are voting for Trump is because they want us to shut the fuck up. They want black women, when I say us, I meant me because I'm a black woman. Black women to shut the fuck up. Are you serious? So you, and then he brought up God again. Like, I really don't get how they connect Trump to anything within the Christian religion. He literally said, I'm not a Christian. Play the clip.
And again, Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You got to get out and vote.
This is the prime example of what I'm talking about when I say MAGA Republicans have lost a screw or 2, or 3 or 4 or 5, especially the African American ones, because this person is talking about your oppressor. And that black women are the reason that black men, I guess, they're trying to blame black women for crime in the neighborhood. He's blaming black women for being oppressed. I guess he's blaming black women for a number of things. And that Trump is his revenge, essentially, to black women for us running our mouths too much. Like, I'm telling you, it is crazy. Like, I don't even know how to address any of the things he talked about, because it's like, I can't believe somebody would actually think this way. Like, it's crazy to me. It's like, how do you think this way? How do you fix your lips to say these things? But that is MAGA Republicans for you. I thought this was funny. I love going on like deep dives inside TikTok, especially because like you will see the weirdest crap that people say, and it's like, you really said this online that will be here forever for people to just comment and judge you on. But that's not me. But y'all, I enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. This is the Opinion Caucus, you know, where you can get all of your cultural, trending culture and political information. And we also do these kind of videos right here. I feel like it's cultural. It's crazy. It's a new cultural phenomenon. I'm thinking it's kind of funny. I don't believe in any of the polls that says that black people are going more for Trump. I just feel like there's a subsection that has always wanted to be on the fringe and be, I'm a free thinker, I'm not listening, I'm evolved. There's always that in every race that is going to do the opposite. They want to be I'm not in a box, I'm not like them, so this is whatever that is. But y'all, like I said before, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This is the Opinion Caucus, where you can get all your political and trending cultural topic kind of videos. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.